Just moments ago, or at least that's how it felt to Chiefs Kingdom, the Kansas City Chiefs preseason opener against the Arizona Cardinals delivered a gut punch that no one saw coming. In a game that ended in a 20-17 loss for the Chiefs, veteran safety Deon Bush suffered what head coach Andy Reid has confirmed as a season-ending Achilles injury. This development, fresh from the field in Glendale, Arizona, has sparked immediate questions. Is this a devastating blow that could derail the Chiefs' quest for a third straight Super Bowl, or is it overhyped preseason drama? Drawing from reliable reports and reactions, this article dissects the facts, verifies the news, explores fan and team responses, analyzes the ripple effects on the defense, and looks ahead to how Kansas City might adapt. With the regular season looming on September 5, 2025, against the Baltimore Ravens, this injury tests the team's depth like never before. Buckle up, Chiefs fans. This could indeed change everything. ## Section 1. The incident. What exactly went down in preseason Week 1? The Chiefs kicked off their 2025 preseason slate on Saturday night, August 9th, at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, facing off against the Arizona Cardinals. What started as a routine exhibition game quickly turned heads for both positive and negative reasons. Patrick Mahomes, the three-time Super Bowl MVP, made a brief but electric appearance, completing his only pass, a 1-yard touchdown to wide receiver Jason Brownlee, before calling it a night after just 3 snaps. The offense looked sharp in that limited action, with Mahomes faking a handoff to Isaiah Pacheco and delivering a precise back-shoulder throw that had fans buzzing. But the real shocker came on the defensive side. In the midst of the game, safety Deon Bush went down with what appeared to be a non-contact injury. Bush, a key depth player in the secondary who has been with the Chiefs since 2022, was carted off the field. Initial reports from the sidelines hinted at something serious, and post-game updates confirmed the worst. Head coach Andy Reid addressed the media, stating bluntly that Bush had torn his Achilles tendon, an injury that will require surgery and sideline him for the entire 2025 season. To compound matters, cornerback Jalen Watson also exited the game with an undisclosed injury, leaving the Chiefs' defensive backfield looking vulnerable early. The game itself was a back-and-forth affair, with the Chiefs falling short 20-17. Highlights included strong showings from rookies like cornerback Chris Rowland-Wallace, who earned a game ball for his performance, including an interception, and undrafted free agent Noel Williams, who made solid plays despite some mistakes. But the loss paled in comparison to the human cost. Bush's injury, happening in what was supposed to be a low-stakes tune-up, has Chiefs Kingdom questioning if this is the start of a cursed season or just bad luck. ## Section 2. Verifying the facts. Is this news legit or a hoax? In an era of fake news and viral misinformation, especially on social media, it's crucial to separate rumor from reality. So, is Deon Bush's injury the real deal, or some fabricated clickbait? Let's sift through the evidence. First, the confirmation came straight from the source, Andy Reid. In his post-game press conference, Reid didn't mince words, saying Bush would need surgery and is out for the year. This aligns with reports from reputable outlets like the New York Times, which detailed the Chiefs' takeaways from the game, including the injury's impact. The Kansas City Star echoed this, noting the standout position groups but highlighting the defensive setbacks. Even international sources, like the Irish Star, labeled Bush a star and confirmed the season ender. On X, formerly Twitter, the news spread like wildfire. Posts from Chiefs insiders and fans captured the moment, with one user sharing Reid's exact words about the Achilles rupture and reflecting on Bush's past contributions, like his interception against Lamar Jackson in a conference final. No credible denials or contradictions have surfaced, unlike past hoaxes that get debunked quickly. This isn't a fabrication, it's a heartbreaking reality backed by multiple eyewitness accounts and official statements. If anything, the only hoax here is thinking preseason injuries don't matter. They absolutely do when they hit your depth chart. ## Section 3. Reactions from Chiefs Kingdom. Shock, support, and speculation. The news hit Chiefs fans hard, igniting a storm of reactions across social media and beyond. On X, users expressed disbelief and sympathy, with one post lamenting, "Preseason taking no prisoners." Now another news from Kansas City Chiefs, linking Bush's injury to a string of unfortunate events league-wide. Another fan highlighted Bush's legacy, sharing a video tribute to his interception against the Ravens, calling it unforgettable. From the team side, players and coaches showed resilience. Travis Kelce, who recently broke up a scuffle at training camp, didn't comment directly, but the vibe in camp has been about unity. Rookie Chris Roland Wallace, who stepped up with an interception, was praised in posts as a potential silver lining, with fans noting his strong camp performance. Reed himself focused on positives, like the young offensive line's play, in his YouTube presser. But speculation is rife. Will this force the Chiefs to look at free agents? Fans are scratching their heads, wondering if this ripples into bigger issues for a team chasing history. ## Section 4. The bigger picture. How this impacts the Chiefs' season. If true, and it is, this injury could send shockwaves through the league. Bush wasn't a starter, but as a veteran safety with experience in high-stakes games, he provided crucial depth in a secondary already thin after losing L'Jarius Sneed in the offseason. The Chiefs' defense, coordinated by Steve Spagnuolo, relies on versatility, and losing Bush means more pressure on stars like Trent McDuffie and Justin Reed. Analysts point out the implications. With Jalen Watson also banged up, rookies like Roland Wallace and Noel Williams might see accelerated roles. This could expose vulnerabilities against pass-heavy offenses like the Bengals or Ravens. On the flip side, it's preseason. Last year, the Chiefs went 0-3 in exhibitions and still won the Super Bowl. But injuries pile up, and this one tests Brett Veach's roster-building prowess. Could it force a trade? Or will internal options like undrafted free agents step up? The path to victory just got bumpier, but Kansas City's aspirations remain high. ## Section 5, Expert Analysis, Dissecting the Fallout and League-Wide Ripples. Diving deeper, experts like those at Arrowhead Addict are already dissecting how this fits into the Chiefs' dynasty push. The loss highlights the fragility of NFL rosters, especially in the secondary where speed and health are paramount. League-wide, it could influence betting odds, with some seeing the Chiefs' defense as a weak link. But remember, Mahomes and company thrive on adversity. This might galvanize the team. Comparisons to past injuries, like those in Baltimore or Detroit mentioned in fan posts, show it's not isolated. Ultimately, it's a reminder. Football is unpredictable, and the Chiefs must adapt or risk derailing their three-peat dreams. ## Conclusion. Actionable takeaways for fans and the future. In wrapping up, Deion Bush's season-ending injury is no hoax. It's a real game-changer that forces the Chiefs to rethink their defensive strategy. But Kansas City has overcome worse, and this could spotlight emerging talents. Actionable takeaways. 1. Stay informed *, follow reliable sources like Chiefs.com and The Athletic for updates. Avoid unverified X rumors. 2. Support the team *, rally behind rookies like Roland Wallace. Attend games or engage on social media to boost morale. 3. Fantasy football tip *, adjust drafts. Elevate Chiefs DBs like McDuffie, but monitor depth charts closely. 4. For the Chiefs *, prioritize health in camp. Consider veteran signings to plug gaps. 5. Long-term outlook *, use this as motivation. Preseason losses mean nothing if the regular season delivers. Chiefs Kingdom, this hurts, but the road to victory is paved with comebacks. Let's see if this redefines the season for better or worse.